Hello. Thank you for joining back or joining for the first time wherever we meet. But today our message is going to kind of piggyback off of our prior message of start now. And today's message is just to not care so much. Hopefully, as we continue on, all of these messages will kind of connect together to paint a picture of just growth. But let's go ahead and dive into it. So, again, this kind of is just a great segue from our previous message of start now, because obviously, one of the things that hold us back are just our thoughts and beliefs, whether it's, in our own ability and, what we're capable of doing, and two, or other people's opinions and thoughts, or just interjections in your methodology. So I think to discuss these topics, there's two really great points to view them from. First of which is just the perspective of youth. So, Luca, you're 1.5, almost a little bit. Anyway, Lincoln, you're coming up on 3 fastly. Luca, you just conquered walking probably 2 months ago, 2.5, I'd say now. And let me tell you, son, you don't care what anyone says. I can tell you to stop getting into something 1,000 times, and as soon as I put you somewhere different, you're going straight back to it. Now, obviously, you can't remember when you guys were young, 1 or 3, or maybe so, but I surely don't have any memories. But metaphorically, remember back to that time. Remember back to when one of the most powerful people, your father, your mother, could tell you something relentlessly, and still you just continue on your path, your intention, regardless. Remember your youth. You'll go through seasons in life where your opinion, other people's opinion, some crazy combination of the mix will have more or less value in your life. I think personally for a lot of us, it's more often when you're younger and coming aware to just life and society and everything it entails, is when some of these thoughts of inadequacy or just comparison start to creep into your mind. And I think naturally for most of us in life, you'll start to grow out of these things, but still in the same hand you fall into the same systems, the same machines, with coworkers, colleagues, with bosses at work. It's redesigned and new format, but the emotions that you feel and the way that you need to work through them are all still the same. So just remember the perspective. Remember your youthfulness, and when you are in those seasons, remember the seasons of when you didn't care so much. Now, again, obviously, I'm not saying to to not care so much that you go around, arrogant and airheaded, but don't let it weigh you down. Don't let it restrain you. Take people's word with grace. Take it as constructive. A lot of people aren't going to mean it constructively, and that's okay. You don't have to take it that way. That's an option. You choose to do so. Just remember your youthfulness and your resilience to just people trying to hold you back, whether that's with comparison or just like interjecting ideas and concepts into your head that don't go with what you were intended to do. The second way is obviously just talking through my personal experience with this battle. So I started my professional career in sales, doing door to door. I obviously had to break a lot of barriers in that time with just general thought tracks and people's opinions. So there's a couple kind of just like key points that were shared with me when I was going through those things that really helped me. And honestly, I hear other people use these same points as well. So I'm sure some of you have honestly heard these before. Sons, I'm sure I've told you these before. But, you know, it's always that one weird perspective that someone explains that just hits you differently, that resonates with you in some beautiful way. So hopefully I can do that for you. First of which, I think this was one of the biggest ones that helped me when I was getting into door to door, is that you will most likely never see this person again. You won't. Whatever you're talking to, whatever you're pitching, whatever you're asking, whatever, you know, you're sliding, whatever it may be, if it fails, if it goes miserably, if everything blows up and it explodes into a fiery ball, the worst thing that happens is you walk away and you learn from the experience. I mean, obviously, that's if, you know, it's just a casual conversation. Don't run around committing crimes and doing crazy things. But in regards to just having a conversation with someone, taking an attempt, there's nothing that's going to happen besides what would have happened if you did nothing, which is nothing. Nothing is going to happen if you do nothing. So, just, again, and this is the message of this video today is just not to care so much. Just don't care so much. You won't see him again. Secondly, what honestly really was a very unique and I think impactful perspective change that helped me a lot is that people treat you how they feel about themselves. So when you meet people that are instantly abrasive from first contact, it has nothing to do with you. It doesn't. I hate to say it. You would think it would, right? But sadly, it's simply just a reflection of themselves. They are hurting or have had pain and they're recovering. And that's okay. The best thing that you could do is give them grace. They're not coming at you with some personal attack or just detriment to your person or character. They're coming at you for their own inefficiencies, their own inadequacies. So those people need your love and grace more than any other person that you could come in contact to. And it's a beautiful thing that happens when you take on that perspective. Conversations and relationships begin to shift when people bring that energy to you, and even at first contact, which we all get angry and have issues and emotions from time to time, so it's nothing you will never deal with. But when these things happen, when those negative emotions come up in people and they share, you know, negative ideas or lash out at you unnecessarily and try to hurt your character, the best thing that you could do for them is show them love, to give them forgiveness. And when you do so, amazing things will happen. Things that you would not imagine next steps of that conversation would go. They will fly there. You will end up in places you never imagined, doing things you didn't think possible. It's all because you just broke down people's barriers from a place of empathy while exposing yourself at the same time and just having humility to do so. Obviously, the purpose of this message again was to not care so much, but some beautiful way, by not caring so much, you will liberate others. You will save others. And in doing so, again, you will find yourself in wonderful positions. That's really all I got for you guys today. I don't really got too much more. I really appreciate you guys tuning in again. For anyone that came back, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for listening to my words. For new watchers, I'm grateful to have you here. For my sons, I love you boys, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Have a great night.